What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my lovely voice. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, like myself, 6 years, y'all, 6 years, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder, said toxic people, said toxic trait. Today's episode is going to be about why do some narcissistic people smile or take pleasure when they do something horrible to you. After they've done something bad to you, why do they smile at the end result of doing something so horrible to you? So a lot of times, y'all, we're gonna hop right into it today. A lot of people refer to this as duper's delight. Some narcissistic people, they like causing you pain. They like seeing you, they like causing you harm. They like to see you in a state of unhappiness. Some of them take pleasure in seeing you unhappy. And that's just a sad truth to a lot of narcissistic, toxic people and how their minds work, how some of our minds work. When they do something little to you, when they like, especially, yes, I know some people are going to say like, Lee, the easiest word to describe that is sadistic. Some narcissists are sadistic. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Some narcissistic people like to see you in pain, and not just I'm not talking about physical pain, y'all. Physical pain sometimes, yes, but a lot of times they take pleasure and enjoy seeing you in emotional pain, in emotional duress, as a result of something that they have done to you. You see, sometimes like if somebody else does something to you that gets an emotional reaction that causes you to have a big emotional reaction, sometimes the narcissistic person doesn't care that much. They're not going to give you that much empathy, but they're not going to take pride in somebody else making you cry or somebody else hurting you and yelling and having you yelling and screaming and having a big emotional reaction. They're not going to take pleasure in that. It's just kind of like an arsonist, y'all. You know how sometimes an arsonist will return to the scene of the fire they set, like, or how sometimes a serial unaliver will go back to a kidnapper will help the search party look for the person that they've kidnapped. Like they take pleasure in doing this, they take pleasure in causing this. That's the same dynamic that a lot of narcissistic people have within our heads. Like, I enjoy seeing you have a big emotional reaction, or seeing you cry, or seeing you yelling and screaming at me for something that I did to you, not for something that someone else did. If someone else did it, I'm angry. I might be angry as hell. I might come to your defense in that situation right there. But I can't take pleasure and smile and be happy, or not necessarily happy. Be like, just a little sly smirk. A lot of people see the smirk on narcissistic people's faces after when they get this big emotional reaction from you. A lot of people see the smirk and they refer to that as duper's delight. But they have to be the ones that do it. Can some of them take pride and smile when somebody else has done something to you? Yeah, there's some people who are not beyond that. But most narcissistic people in this circumstance right here, like, want to be the ones who do it to you. The ones that take pleasure in seeing you in emotional and sometimes physical pain, they want to be the ones that do it. They want to revel in their work. It's like a painter that has painted a beautiful mural, and they're just like, I did that. I painted that. That came from me. I planned it out. I executed the plan, and this is the result of my work right here. This is the result of my time, effort, and valuable energy. This is the result of all the work that I've put in. I did it. That's why they're looking at you smiling and happy, like, I did it. And yes. Sometimes it is absolutely intentional to get this reaction from you. It is absolutely intentional to get this reaction from you, because sometimes they'll record you. Sometimes they'll record you and threaten to post it online or something like that. But a lot of times they record you to go back and watch. To go back and watch it themselves, to go back and watch you in pain, physical, emotional pain. They go back and watch it. And yes, like I said, some narcissistic people like to see you in physical pain. And a lot of people, they cross into like the, I ain't gonna get too much into detail, but they cross into like the BDSM category where they like to see you in like consensual pain. Sometimes they push the limits of that as well. They say you have a safe word. Let's say your safe word is canary, and you're screaming out canary, and they just act like they don't hear you. You see what I'm saying? But because they push the boundaries, they push the limits. Narcissistic people do not like to have limits and or boundaries set upon them. You know what I mean? They just don't. So it makes a lot of sense when they don't want to be, like I said, they don't want this stuff to happen. They don't want anybody else to hurt what they feel like belongs to them. They feel like, yes, a lot of narcissists claim ownership over you. There's a truth to that right there. A lot of narcissists and toxic people will absolutely claim ownership over you in this space. They just absolutely will. That's part of the dynamic of dealing with a toxic narcissistic person. They claim this ownership over you, and they feel like, because they feel like they own you, they feel like they can do as they please. You belong to me, so I feel like I can do whatever I please with you. I feel like you belong to me. I feel like I can do whatever I want to with you. That's the mindset, y'all. And that's the mindset. And I know people go just like, well, Lee, I get it. My partner smiles at me when they cause me harm. My dad used to laugh at me when I would react badly to one of his jokes. My mom used to always snicker when I started yelling and screaming or crying for something she did. Like, I know, but how do we fix this? How do we change them? Y'all, you cannot change a narcissistic person, y'all. You can't, y'all, that's above your pay grade. It's above pretty much everybody's pay grade except for that narcissistic person. They have to want to be the ones who change themselves. They have to want to be the ones who want to work on themselves. They have to do that. And that's what I'm just saying. It's above your pay grade. I'm not saying that you're not capable of being a good person and being a nice person and a kind person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's above your pay grade to try to change somebody else's inner workings because some type of traumatic event happened to this person that makes them revel and smile at hurting you. That makes them just snicker when you're screaming and crying and swinging your arms. They do that right there, y'all. That's part of it. And again, I'm not saying this to hurt you or do anything like that. I'm saying this to let you know that like some people take pleasure in your pain. If you're crying in front of a narcissistic person, if they made you cry on your birthday and they're smiling, that's your gift right there. Your gift is also their gift. So the gift that they give you on your birthday of crying or breaking up with you or getting a big reaction from you, that's your gift right there, y'all. That's the gift that they give you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Here's some tears. And guess what? I'm celebrating your birthday too because you're crying because I broke up with you. Some of them want to see you in pain. And the more you go back, the more you put up with, the more they learn how to push your buttons, the happier they get when they see you cry and react. Some of them enjoy it, y'all. Some of them enjoy putting you through this. Some of them enjoy watching you hurt and scream and kick and cry. Some of them like it. And no, they will not get better because they don't want to, y'all. They like it. Why would they change something that they like? Why would I stop doing something that brings me pleasure? Your pain brings me pleasure. So why would I stop doing the things that make me happy? And it sounds sick. It sounds twisted because, y'all, it is. It is. A lot of narcissistic people are sick, like just sick minded. They do sick things. I don't think necessarily the narcissistic personality disorder or narcissism makes people bad people. It's the behaviors that they do. The behaviors make them bad people, and they continue to do the behaviors. So there's no hope in changing somebody who doesn't want to change their own behaviors. You see, it's not on you. It's not on you, y'all. Some of them take pride and pleasure in making you yell and scream. The bigger your reaction, the bigger the pleasure they get. The larger your reaction, the larger the pleasure center I have. It's kind of like the bigger your reaction, the bigger the smirk on their face. I did that to you. I control you. You're mine. You see what I'm saying? You belong to them, so they feel like they can do whatever they want to with you. So if you see somebody taking pride in your struggle or taking pride in your pain, that person will continuously do this for the rest of your existence together. Because ask yourself this question, y'all: why would they stop? If this is what makes them happy, why would they stop? I know what you're gonna say, because they care. Do they not care enough, y'all? They care. Narcissistic people care more about themselves than they care about anybody else, and that should go without saying. That should go without saying right there. Narcissistic people have a me first attitude. Me first, me first, me first. How does this serve me? Your tears make me happy. And yes, again, y'all, some of them do it on purpose. Some of them absolutely put you through the ringer on purpose to make themselves happy, at your detriment, at your expense. It costs you to make them happy. What are you willing to pay? If it costs you to make them happy, if it costs your emotional health, your physical health, what are you willing to pay? Because a narcissistic person, they're going to keep charging you and charging you and charging you and charging you. Why wouldn't they? If it works, they're going to keep doing it, y'all. That's why they do it. They're going to keep putting you through this pain, keep hurting you, because a lot of them like it, y'all. They enjoy it. You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Of course, like and subscribe for more if you haven't already. And mental illness is out. Peace. Thanks for making it to the end of my video, y'all. If you haven't already, check out joining the channel memberships for behind the scenes perks, priority responses to the comments, and a few other things. Link in the description of every single video I do. Thank you so much.